Hi everyone, Michelle here with myflightsoffancy.com, and I am here to show you today the wondrous world of flip-flaps. So I wanted to show you a couple of little tricks so you can get yours attached to your pages with as few problems as possible. First, you want to put your pages into your protectors, and you want to make sure that your protectors are the right way. I put them wrong in the past, so very important. Make sure that your pages are together, they're the right way, and not inadvertently like this, like I did at my retreat. So, everyone makes mistakes, right? So this is the inside of my pages that I'm going to use flip-flaps on. I have these two pages that will go here, and they're already in the flip-flaps, ready to go. And then I have these two pages for here. And these are not in the flip-flaps because I wanted to show you, again, how to avoid some mistakes that are super easy to make. However, even if you make the mistakes, they're super easy to fix. It just takes a little bit more time. So, these are how I want my pages to be so that they open like this. So to do that, the easiest way I have found is you take your flip-flap and you fold it. It has a crease right here, so it's easy to fold. This is where the sticky comes off, and it's super sticky, so be sure that it is where you want it to be. So then what I do is I lay it down over my page to make sure, okay, yes, that's where I want it. I'll flip it open, and then just slide my piece inside. And you don't have to do that part on the table. You can do it up in the air, whatever works best for you. And you just slide it right in. Now it's ready to go. So the same on this side. That's how I want it to be. So I'm going to lay it down, slide the page in, make sure nothing's catching on either side. And then, again, we're good to go. So, how to attach these. So let me move this one out of the way. We'll focus on this one. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that this edge is lined up right here on this dotted line, or very, very close to. And then what I have found to be easiest is reach underneath so that you're holding this down to the page. Forgive me if my head gets in the shot. So this is lined up right where I want it to be. I'm going to open this. I'm going to make sure I keep this down. And then I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to stick this down just the first little bit. I'm going to make sure it's still where I want it to be. Open it up again. And I'm just going to slowly press and pull. This makes sure that your flip-flap doesn't slide away in the process and have you inadvertently gluing it to a place on your layout that you really don't want it to be. You just want to give it another good press, and voila, you have your flip-flap on. Let me show you that again over here. So we're going to line this up right on top of this dotted line here on the edge. You want to make sure that your flip-flap doesn't go over the edge, so you don't want this crease to go past this edge of your page protector, because then it'll stick out and it'll get caught on things and wreak havoc, just like young children. And sometimes it's easier to do that first part first to get it going. And there you have that second one. Easy peasy. All right, let's move on to the next page. Okay, so this one is going to go together same as the first one did. The only difference is the size of the flip-flops. The process of everything else is still the same. You want to make sure that this edge of your flip-flop does not go past the edge of your page protector. Again, havoc wreaking process, don't want any of that. And again, sometimes it's easier just to start the first little bit, fold it over so you can still grab a hold of it, and get it lined up again. Remember how I said it was super sticky? Yeah, it is. And sometimes it's a little bit trickier than it looks like it should be. Part of that is because it's already left some of the glue residue on the page, so it's going to want to stick to that pretty quickly. So if you can get it right the first time, more power to you. You want to try and make sure that you don't have any stray dog hairs or cat hairs or anything like that in the glue, because they're really hard to get out. What you may not be able to see on the glue strip when you're watching this video is you can see, hopefully it'll focus, that there are dots on this strip, and it translates into the glue, and you can see it when you're using the flip-flops. And when you first have this going, you'll see the dots really well, but once you press down, those dots will disappear. And that's how you know that it is really glued onto your page, is when you add that pressure so that those dots disappear. So, see here, maybe you can see the dots. And as you lay it down, you can still see the dots until you press on it. And then those dots become more translucent. If you look, you can still see them, but not very well. And the more pressure you put on there, a couple times over, then you'll see those dots disappear even more. Okay. So now my flip-flops are attached to my pages. So now I basically have 3 pages on just one memory protector. So you can get many, many, many photos doing that. It's a space saver in your books. It's a money saver because of the protectors themselves. And they're just fun. They make your books interactive. People like to be able to flip through pages, and if they see something else, they're like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. And they'll want to look more and more and more. So there you have it. I hope this made sense on how to put your flip-flops on your pages. It's the same process for the smaller flip-flops that we have, the 3x4s, the 4x6, the 6x6, and the small assortment, which has 4 different sizes in it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And also, if you need to order some of these, let me know. I'll have my contact information at the bottom of the video. Thank you so much. Have a great day.